I got dragged down a rabbit hole. My apologies. Hello, I'm back. I will certainly not be back. Do not stop. Go away. Fucking. Anyway, I will not be back tomorrow. Oh shit, wrong. Sorry, I am a little bit slow this morning. I will not be streaming tomorrow. Garen fucking D it. But hey, for that reason, because I will also then. You can write a Super Stream on Tuesday. It would have been a 2-day break. I'd like to avoid that when possible. Momentum and all that. But I'm back. I'll be going through the Sage quests today. Very exciting. I remember most of it actually. There's not a lot that happens. It's not bad, but it's not like, you know. Wait a minute. Did I put Viper and Pictomancer on my checklist? Holy fuck, I didn't. They're not even on the list. Well, damn. Well, that's not happening today. Nah, I'm not shifting it. But, this shouldn't take too terribly long. Because looking back at Reaper, which also came out in this, in the same expansion, like, a decent chunk of that time was taken up by doing... Go away! By doing, what's it called? It took a lot more than usual. By also doing the... It was some seasonal event, I think. Or was it the... Society quests? I forget. And I shouldn't forget, being as I literally went through all of my VODs yesterday and put timestamps on the ones that needed them. I didn't check all the ones where I played a game during the queues, though. Because for all the Ultra Kill ones, I'm pretty sure I did. And for all the block game ones, I don't think I did, but I may have. And honestly, couldn't really care much. Yeah, no, that was a fun hour-and-a-half long endeavor. And hopefully, going forward, I'll just be better about doing that on spot instead of, you know, but it's not really a huge deal, IMO. But, with no further ado, let us get right into Sage. Limsa Lominsa, former disreputable haven for pirates, now one of the realm's finest city-states, boasting a peerless shipping industry and an enviable culinary culture. Oh, how it bustles, the tomes did not lie. Ignore the rustling sound, it's fine. Well, here I am, Mother, in faraway Eorzea. I will complete this mission, just you watch, in your noble name, and as first of my class, I will succeed. And afterwards, perhaps I shall invite our esteemed alumna Alize for tea at the Bismarck. I'll be the envy of everyone. Wah! Etobla. My apologies, good sir, I failed to notice you. I am Lala Jinjal. Lala Jinjal, a native of Charlian. By your appearance, I assume you are an adventurer. Are you perchance well-traveled in Eorzea? You could say. Something like that, yeah? So you are. How very fortuitous. And Narentel is your name, you say. I'd swear I heard it somewhere before. In any event, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As for myself, I'm an operative on a mission from the Forum, our nation's governing body. This being my first time in Eorzea, I studied it as best I could in preparation, but there is no substitute for a local's knowledge. Thus did I intend to hire an adventurer like yourself to serve as my escort. The mission is the pursuit and capture of fugitives, and thus it will entail some danger. But you appear to be no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me in this endeavor? I'd be glad to give you the grand tour. Wonderful. While I have some skill with a blade and can fend for myself, I shall be glad for your capable company. Now then, ere I divulge the particulars of my mission, we should head somewhere more private, perhaps outside the city by the Zephyr Gate. I also noticed, when I was skimming through that my game audio might be a little too loud. I'm actually going to lower it a teeny tiny bit. That'll do. Nope, shit, too much. There we go. It wasn't, like, egregious, but, when Painted Foothills was playing during the DDoS attack, I wasn't drowned out, but I wasn't completely clear. So, I dropped it by 0.5 dB. We'll see if that's enough. Or wait, no. Or do I want it to be a bigger negative? I may have made it worse. Hang on. I wish I could input the value I want. Ah. Yeah, I want a bigger value actually, so I want it. I'll put it to 12 if I can fucking manage it. Come on. Nope. Gotta raise my fucking DPI, man. You know what? 11.9 is close enough. It's a 0.4 difference. 0.4 quieter than it was. Forgive me if I seem overly cautious, but this mission is highly confidential. Were the wrong people to learn of it, my superiors would give me an earful. But I believe we may speak freely here, so permit me to brief you on the details. As I mentioned, I am on the trail of fugitives, criminals who fled Sharlayan and came to these shores. Extremely dangerous individuals who have enhanced themselves via forbidden means, which have rendered them unsound of mind. While in a state of delirium, one of their compatriots even committed murder. He died thereafter due to side effects of his enhancement, but 3 others remaining at large and pose a threat to innocence. Their leader, Aviera Mal, is also alleged to have stolen valuable technological secrets. By way of reference material, I've brought this soul crystal. Ow, it's hot, it's hot! What in the world? I've never known soul crystals to give off such heat before. Ooh, finally cooled down, but what could have triggered that intense reaction? Soul crystals just love me. Not even at the studium did I ever witness such a thing. But maybe it was you? Probably. Usually is. The technological secrets which were stolen were contained in a similar crystal. This particular sample has been loaned to me by a healing institute in Sharlayan. Tell me, Arntel, in the course of your adventures, have you ever fervently wished to save someone? Often. But failed to do so despite your best efforts. And afterwards curse your own powerlessness. Flashback Archfont. Flashback Gizelle. Flashback Papa Limo, I guess, if you care about him. Okay. I forget why, but like I was skimming through one of my VODs when I was talking about how like none of the scions. Oh, hello. Welcome in. Yeah. Level 100 things. Believe it or not, it was higher before the stat. Actually, I don't know if that's true anymore. Numbers get quite big. I think, I want to say one or more of my tanks is pushing 100,000. But not, that's like a special thing. That's just like tanks, but. I hope you're having a good morning, by the by. Hope I didn't, or wasn't too late in seeing your message. Or was I? I forget. Anyway. Oh. Yes, but it doesn't stop me from trying to save whomever I can. Forgive me if my question was indelicate, but there can be no doubt the soul crystal resonated with that desire within you. When I received the crystal, I was told that, should it respond in this manner to my Eorzean collaborator, I should entrust it to them. For the knowledge it imparts, the knowledge of Somonautics, would surely avail me in my mission. Developed at the Studium, Somonomics is a discipline which combines the wisdom of medicine and aetherology and sorcery. Those who have mastered it are called sages. Through medicine, a sage grasps the workings of the flesh. Through aetherology, he unlocks the secrets of the soul, and through sorcery, he learns to manipulate the two. Thus trained, a sage has the ability to both strengthen and heal, yet by the same token, he is also capable of the opposite, of causing harm. Not just anyone can take up the sage's art. No, one must be prepared to hold the lives of others in their hands. Are you willing to bear such a burden, Arantel? If you are, and would swear to use the art for good, then I shall entrust this soul crystal to you. Oh! I am over 100,000. What are my tanks at? Why is that the same number? That can't be right. What? Okay. Now it's different. Oh. I'm just looking at the fucking number. There it is. Alright. Dark Knight, which is my best geared, and not terribly well geared, but it's my best. Is at 228,000. Oh. You know what? Oh no, did I don't think I streamed before the stat squish. Maybe some of my earliest Heavensward VODs? Hang on. I'm curious now. This is gonna be easier if I sort of go to the playlist. I really want to know if, like, we're back to the level 80 HP tier. Oh, we're gonna mute the VOD. Nope. Nope. That was after Endwalker came out. Oh, well, I don't have the data. I'm sure the data exists, though. Anyway. So, have you come to a decision? Then I will bear witness to your pledge. Do you swear to use the Sage's art for good and to wield its power to the best of your judgment and ability? 100%. Excellent. Chosen as you are by the crystal, I had faith that you would rise to the occasion. When those around you cry out for succor, the crystal shall be your ally, for it bears the wisdom of sages past, and their hopes for the future. By hearkening to the whispers and following in their footsteps, you will come to embody those hopes, to save and change countless lives. Lest you worry how you will learn the art, I can provide guidance, to an extent, in any case. During my time at the Studium, I had occasion to study Somonautics, you see. While I wasn't gifted in spellcraft, I came to favor steel. I remember the lessons and will share what I know. Together with the soul crystal, I shall provide you with a set of sage's garments. So go on, take up your crystal and don your attire, and we shall begin your training. I see the crystal has imparted to you its knowledge, as expected. Excellent. You are ready to embark on your training, and naturally it begins with the armaments. A set of short staves known as Newliths. Newliths trace their roots to healers of Eld who employed naturally occurring objects of power known as Adderstones. These stones, which harbor spiritual energy, were placed around the stick and the stick and nailing to create an etheric confluence through which the healer channeled his magics. From this primitive design, Newliths gradually evolved into their present form. While their construction is far more sophisticated, the basic principle remains unchanged. In practice, the sage wields Newliths as an extension of his mind, sending them darting through the air to weave the arcane patterns through which he unleashes advanced magics. If they sound difficult to wield, well, it is because they are. Even the Studium's most talented require years of training to become proficient, but you have an advantage that transcends talent. The crystal has chosen you. With its knowledge, the techniques will come more naturally to you than others. Now, as much as I would like to have you try your hand with the Newliths at once, I have just received a promising intelligence from command. Apparently, our fugitives have taken themselves to Idleshire, in the Dravanian hinterlands. Let us make our way there at once. So, this is Idleshire. The tales do not do the place justice. Truly impressive what the goblins and their fellow scavengers have managed to build upon the ruins of our colony. To the task at hand. As I mentioned before, we have reason to believe that the fugitives have recently passed through this town, and may even still be here. For the sake of efficiency, I suggest we split up and search. I will see to the town south, if you could tend to the north. I don't really have a good mount for, Sage. Good. Fuck it. The motorcycle, why not? Help! Somebody, please, I need help! Did you hear that? That man is in trouble. Look at me. When I'm talking to you. Stop this at once. A sage's barrier. I could have tanked it. Lofi, or Loifa? Too many eyes and ears. We'd best leave. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. Do not get in our way again. You've been warned. But wait! That was them, our fugitives. But why did their leader protect you? Such questions must wait. We must render aid to this man. Thank you. Had you not intervened when you did, I dread to think what might have become of me. Permit me to introduce myself. Feldrenet of Charlian, at your service. Truly. I'm Charlian too, a recent graduate of the Studium, in fact. Would you mind telling us what happened? Oh, that and an alumna should come to my rescue. Thaliak watches over his own. As to what happened, what is there to say? I was going about my business when they set upon me, without warning or provocation. I see. What is your business, if you do not mind my asking? Healing. The provision of it, that is. I'm a sage, you see, and I travel the realm, providing treatment gratis to those who cannot afford it. A sage besides, speaking of which, one of your assailants, the Viera man, also wields sage magic. Was he known to you? No, I had never so much as laid eyes upon him before. I do have an inkling, however, as to why the villains have come here. If they use the sage's art for ill, then their destination is like to be Saint Moinoch's Arboretum. The Arboretum? What could they possibly seek in that abandoned place? Following the Exodus, the cultivation of certain plants became forbidden in Charlian, but that which can no longer be found in the motherland still grows freely there, among which are potent but dangerous herbs. I see, that does stand to reason, and I dare say it was for your knowledge that the fugitives attacked you. You too are a sage, yet you do not appear to be Charlian. How did you come by your soul crystal? The good people of Physis Technon had entrusted the crystal to me, and when it exhibited a strong resonance to Arentel's presence, I in turn entrusted it to him. Then you were chosen to inherit. Is Miss Master Feldrenet? No, 'tis nothing. I was but struck by the remarkable providence to have cross paths with sages so far from home. Ours is a reclusive nation, after all, our policy to observe, not intervene. This does sit well with me, and so I left Charlian behind, as the great Master Louisoix once did, and I thought I would never dare equate myself to him. And though I would never dare equate myself to him, I too believe it my duty to alleviate suffering in the world. So that's what brought you to Eorzea. You are a noble soul, Master Feldrenet, and I commend your resolve. Well, I must return to the road. I thank you again for coming to my aid. Till next we meet, let us both endeavor to seek out new knowledge and possibilities for the betterment of mankind. Let us head to Saint Moinoch's Arboretum at once. Given what we know of the fugitives, I had considered that they might be after knowledge sealed in the Great Gubal Library, but Master Feldrenet presents a compelling theory. And for an all but proven theory of my own, our query have clearly enhanced themselves with sage magic. I had suspected as much, given what they stole, but the leader's actions earlier leave little room for doubt, not that it gives us any greater insight into who they are or their ultimate goal. Regardless, to use a sage's soul crystal for ill is unforgivable, and I'll not rest until these criminals have been brought to justice. Right, to the Arboretum. Our mission aside, I dare say it'll be an ideal place for your training. Oh, that's right, there's no fucking Aetheryte. I genuinely have no idea for, like for Scholar, right? When, like, Scholar gets its next set of abilities, it'd be really nice if Scholar got an Icarus, you know? This way they all have one. Oh, Astrologian doesn't have one either, don't they? Like, you know, I feel like all the healers should have some variety of, like, gap closer. But in terms of, like, actual, like healing shit, no idea. No opinion. For any of them, for that matter. Other than... And running out of space for buttons. On Scholar, I think I actually am out of space for buttons. Oh no. Yeah, there it is. No! No! Man. It's gonna crash, friends. It's not gonna make it. I kind of wish I could just cancel it and close the game so I can really... Yeah, there it is. I fucking... Oh. We're back to Painted Foothills. Didn't even make it half an hour. Hang on, I'm gonna pull up the Reddit. Because it'll be really funny when, get these fucking shitty ass games off my goddamn Reddit tab. I fucking hate you, you're bad. Alright, new comments? We down, boys? Oh, man. Alright. We're back. Anyway, Scholar. Yeah, Scholar, I have room for a button. I refuse to remove Celine. Oh, I gotta fucking get off my goddamn mount so I can re-enter the Sage New Game Plus. Rage. The real question is, was that long enough to bother putting a timestamp in? Probably not. By the Scholar. So this is St. Minox Arboretum. From the illustrations, I did not think it would be so immense. It may interest you to know that this place holds special meaning to sages. From ancient strains through to crossbred creations, myriad medicinal plants have been cultivated within its halls. Alas, in the wake of the Exodus 15 years ago, this once magnificent institution has fallen into ruin. Still, there's a certain charm to seeing nature reassert its domination. Or its dominion, rather. Why, it must be a veritable menagerie of rare wildlife within. I should like to spend a day studying them, field guide in hand. Forgive me. This isn't a field trip, but a mission. Our objective is to find the fugitives, and failing that, clues that will lead us to them. Please see to your preparations. Your spot of practice with your spells would not go astray, and then we shall venture in. Oh, fuck, shit, damn it. If you are ready, then let us venture forth. Progress to the battle, save certain points and checkpoints, yeah. Where's my hard mode? Obligatory. If our assumption is correct, the fugitives have come and may still be here. Keep your eyes peeled and your guard up. These halls are home to dangerous creatures. I will draw their attention that you may focus on applying your techniques. Whoa, Cardia be upon ye. So, shall we practice some nautical fundamentals? To begin with, cast Cardia on me. The spell will establish a magical link between us. I already did. Hang on, we'll do it again. Boom. The residual aether of your attacks will be channeled unto me, healing my wounds as you deal damage to our foes. Yes, just so. Let us continue on. Sizable fiend ahead. I believe this calls for a barrier. This time, augment your spells using Urkaja, then cast Urkajan Diagnosis on me. This will bestow a barrier on me that provides both protection and healing. Excellent. Now we may proceed with confidence. Do it again. Genuinely may not live long enough for me to worry about. Shit. Nothing of note here. Let us head deeper into the Arboretum. Fiends ahead. Please watch from my back. Impressive to see how well you wield your Nuliths. One would not think you a novice. No fiends here, but what might this be? Some manner of plant seems to have been harvested here. I can't identify it by the remaining parts, however. There may be other clues nearby. We should investigate further. Flurries of tiny bubbles break the water's surface at regular intervals. Some manner of creature hiding under the lily pad, perhaps. An impression on the edge of the lily pad suggests someone knelt here, perhaps to draw water. Do I have this yet? I do. More of the same plant taken. What could it possibly be? Resting at the bottom of the pool is an animal carcass overgrown with plant life. Perhaps it fell in while foraging for food. Can I see it? Guessing I'm surprised. Nope. Fine scorch marks are... Fine scorch marks are in evidence on the leafage, reminiscent of those left by sage magics. Traces of ice. Someone recently fought here, a proficient wielder of magic. The fugitives may be close. Be on your guard. Fugitives, in the name of the Forum, I demand you surrender yourselves at once. Of all the weapons to bear against us. No matter, I warned you once, and I won't warn you again. I've got this. Stand back. Very well. She-bomb. And so that's enough. You mustn't lose your temper. God damn it! If it wasn't for that sage, we'll deal with you instead. We'll deal with you instead. What do you think I've been working on? Lofia, no! It's over. Lay down your arms, and I promise you won't come to further harm. Ouch. Sophia, we don't have time for this. You held your own against the enhanced. But that's enough sport for now. The mission takes precedence. Confound it, not again. What's this? The pouch they dropped contained a plant. What they came for, I shouldn't doubt. 'Tis some manner of herb, but none I've seen in the course of my studies. And as I made my way out, I also stumbled upon what appears to be a diary by the entrance. Though most of its contents are magically obfuscated, I could make out some nautical terms, so we may assume it belonged to a sage. As we continue our pursuit, I will work on lifting the enchantment. When you have a moment, please feel free to peruse the contents in Idleshire. On that note, let us head back to the settlement. I'm gonna have to read that. Fuck. I've dispatched the plant to Charlian for identification. When we learn what it is, I believe we will gain insight into the villain's objective. Now tell me, Arntel, have you been practicing with the Neoliths while I wasn't looking? I ask because even with the crystal's knowledge, you demonstrated remarkable proficiency. Regardless, 'tis plain you have a gift for the art. The sages whose memories reside in the crystal must be beaming with pride. Though sometimes I cannot help but wonder, the sage's art was created for the betterment of mankind. Why then does it incorporate techniques which inflict harm? And the fugitives, what could have compelled them to spurn our homeland's prescribed policy, as Master Louisoix and Master Faldernet have? But I muse to no avail. It'll be a while before we hear back regarding the plant. Until we do, please take the opportunity to continue honing your skills. As you go about your training, remember to heed the voices within your soul crystal. Do so, and your predecessors will surely grant you the wisdom to protect those you hold dear. Diary of a Sage. Complete. Can I even use it? I can. I hate to do it before we're even an hour in, and it will be endlessly funny to me if I get DC'd in the meantime. But I do have to take a brief break. I will be back as fast as I can, in no small part due to how much I detest stepping away, not even an hour in, but alas. So, in the meantime, Idleshire. I have returned. Oh, wrong scene. There we go. Hi. Diary of a Sage. A young child was brought in today, so very young to be suffering so, but if anyone can save her, 'tis we sages of Physis Technon. And save her we will. Though it took many days and repeated treatments, we have managed to stabilize our most recent patient. We adapted the Urakaja spell, as my clever husband proposed, and it worked wonders. His brilliance truly belies his youth. Despite being 50 years my junior, he has... Huh? Despite being 50 years my junior, he has already achieved so much. Huh? Wonderful timing, Arentel. Remember that mystery plant I sent to Charlian for analysis? I received the results not long ago. It was a Music Moli, a herb that possesses potent aether fortifying properties. Owing to its effect, its cultivation was outlawed some years ago. Why? 'Tis most certainly why the fugitives came to Eorzea. Unable to obtain the herb in Charlian, they decided to procure it from the Arboretum. Aether fortifying? Why would that be banned? Is it like also a narcotic? They likely intended to use it in conjunction with the Soul Crystal to further enhance themselves, though their motives are still a mystery. The fact remains that they have already caused harm and will continue to do so until they are brought to justice. Now, as they failed to obtain Music Moli here, they will need to look elsewhere, and I'm pleased to say that my informer has helped me to identify an apothecary who deals in the herb, and whom I suspect our query will seek out. This individual is a resident of Lost Hope in Central Thanalan, and that is where we shall next take ourselves. Mark my words, they won't escape this time. I'll suffer them to misuse the sage's noble art no longer, and much less with that soul crystal. If we are to catch the fugitives, we had best hurry. That said, we should take a moment to regroup and prepare at Blackbrush Station before heading on to Lost Hope. So, like, pretty much all of, like, the playable races that we encounter mature at roughly the same rate and live for around about the same time. Like, Viera are like the only real exception to that, where like they live a lot longer, but I think they mature at about the same rate. So 50 years their junior? Man, I hope Viera is writing that, because otherwise that's extremely weird instead of very weird, which it's weird regardless. Fuck. Good gods, such a dry and dusty place this is. What I wouldn't give for a bath right now. Well, how long have you been here? I mean, 'tis well you are here. I've already replenished my supplies, so if you are ready, we may begin looking for the apothecary at once. A Huron woman whose facial tattoo should mark her out. The fugitives are likely to be searching for her too. We must find her before they... That woman yonder fits the description, but something appears to be amiss. Let us investigate. What woman yon where? Help me, please. What ails you, madam? I was dealing with a customer when a group of bandits attacked us. I managed to flee, but he's still at their mercy. Worry not, we'll help you. Pray lead the way. Thank you. It could only be them. I don't know, man. There's plenty of bandits in Thanalan. It might not be them. It's probably them for, like, plot reasons, but, like, it's not a guaranteed thing here. Can I see them? No? Okay. Worth a shot? They're over there. It's indeed them, but wait, is that Master Foul or not? Har. I haven't done my... Did I? I may have. I'll check. It's over, villains. Lay down your arms, or else. Or else what? Answer me one thing. What is this all for? Why go to such lengths and forsake everything you had to obtain power? And why wield such power against good, well-meaning souls? Good? Well-meaning? You know nothing about us, nothing. You're just fools who believe everything you've been fed. I'm beginning to regret sparing you. Do you feel it? The weight of the sacred duty to strive for the betterment of mankind and stand as a beacon of hope? To play with people's lives, do you feel it? The weight of the sin? You would speak of sin? To not when a life might be saved, that is the greatest sin. Every day, unfortunate souls die without reason, at fate's whim. 'Tis the sage's duty to fight this injustice, but by whatever means he may. If you understand this, then it is not too late for you. You may yet make something of your lives. Shut your mouth. If you're determined to protect that wretch, then I will consider you complicit. Complicit to what? Wait, I know you. Rather too close to the settlement for comfort. I fear for the civilians. They wouldn't stand a chance against such a fiend as they would well know. You bastard! No, don't let him provoke you. Upset sounds. Stay with me. Listen to my voice. We must lure the beast elsewhere and tend to it, Arntel. Would you mind assisting me? Go. I have the situation here in hand. I'm just gonna... Oh fuck, you're alive. Here we go. Poke. Whew. Thank you, my friend, and well fought. I dare say you're a born sage. Fascinating. But come, we should return to the others. The villains may not remain stricken for so long, or for long. I feel like Psyche could be a follow-up for Numa. No, Psyche's in a shorter cooldown. Maybe Psyche could be like Urikajin Toxicon. That keeps the same cooldown. We have other options to get rid of Urikaza. And it gets rid of the button. Will they be alright? Oh dear, it seems they are still under the weather. Their condition is unchanged. We should probably take advantage of this and apprehend them. But this symptom. Pain sounds. Hold on, I'm getting us out of here. We're fine, Lofia. No, you're not, and you know it. It's the enhancement, isn't it? I know something of the procedure, of its potency, and the harm it causes. There's a limit to the amount of corporeal aether a living being can harbor. As we grow up, it waxes. As we grow old, it wanes. A gradual, gentle process, if allowed to function in the natural fashion. But complications may arise when one forcibly fortifies that aether, as a rogue healer was rumored to have been doing with live subjects some years ago. The man used an unproven procedure on countless souls, a forbidden procedure known only to a select few sages. And though he succeeded in a few instances, those subjects suffered from debilitating side effects. But those rumors were denounced by the Forum as baseless, and yet... You'll believe anything they tell you, won't you, naive fools? What? Can you stand? Wait, please. It's really you, isn't it? Mahud. Ansel. I probably mispronounced that. Yes, it is. My children. Oh, how you've grown. Thank the 12 you're alive. Mahud. Ansel. I've got to be close. It is plain they are confused. I pity them. I had the perfect chance to apprehend the fugitives, to complete my mission, but I couldn't. It seems you know them, the ones called Mahud and Ansel. Or Haud? Of course, they're my adopted children. They were orphaned at a young age, and I took them in and raised them as my own. Though none of us were related by blood, we became as close as family as any. Ours was a quiet, comfortable life, but then one day, Mahud fell sick. She had a raging fever and grew weaker with every passing moment. Aetherspurn, the illness is called. I've read about it, a rare disease wherein the body becomes unable to draw aether from food. There is no known cure, only plaintive care, or whatever. Our troubles didn't end there. Even as we were struggling to look after Mahud, a fell beast attacked our settlement. Ansel tried to protect his sister and was badly hurt. The Chirurgeons said that he would be bedridden for the rest of his days. I didn't know what to do. Without the coin to care for them, my mind went to dark places. I began thinking of how I might spare them the pain, spare us all. It was in that state that he found me, a kindly traveler. A healer. Yes, he offered to help Mahud and Ansel and refused what little payment I tried to give. But he also said that their condition demanded special care and facilities. It would take years, many years. Desperate as I was, I accepted without hesitation, and so he left with my children. It was hard not knowing what became of them, wondering if I had made the right choice, but I clung to the hope that one day we would be reunited. And we were. Oh, to finally see them again I haven't the words for it. And it matters not that they've changed. The healer, what was his name? Gildivane, he called himself, a healer of some renown in his native Sharlayan, I believe. A truly touching tale. Where there is life, there is hope. Would you not agree? Now then, if I am no longer needed here, I shall return to making my rounds. Till next time, my aspiring sage. I didn't have the chance to speak with Mahud and Ansel properly, but whatever they've gotten involved with, I hope that they will be alright. I believe the danger is past. For good measure, I will ask the Immortal Flames to keep an eye on the area. We are in your debt. Now, if you do not mind telling me, what was your first meeting? Was this your first time meeting Master Feldernet? Oh no, he's a regular of mine, introduced by an acquaintance, and when he comes, he always takes a moment to treat those who are unwell. We have so many kindly healers. Sharlayan must be a wonderful place indeed. And who is this acquaintance of yours, if I may ask? Merchant in Elport. Master Feldernet buys alchemical ingredients from him. Rare items sourced directly from Thavnir. I see. Out of curiosity, what did Master Feldernet buy from you this time? Oh, just the usual. A few sprigs of mucilmolna. He was actually the one who told me where to get the herb. Says it's used to treat certain serious illnesses. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must be returning to my stall. I don't know when, but I know my children will return, and I must work hard if I'm to give us better lives. Let us return to Idleshire for now. Recent events have given me much to ponder. Ah, there it is. Get it. Arntel, ashamed though I am to admit this, I am no longer certain of the truth. It wasn't Lofia and his accomplices who sought Musamolai, but Master Feldernet. No, what the fugitives want is Master Feldernet himself. Clearly, they bear a grievance against him. If those despicable rumors were true, and one of ours was actually... But the forum was adamant in their denial, and they surely wouldn't... My mind is running amok. Forgive me. But I need a moment to rein in my thoughts. The child has taken a turn for the worse. Her corporeal aether wanes at an alarming rate, and she cannot keep food down, having vomited all she has been given. Though we are able to keep her with us, it is not but a stopgap measure. I reviewed past cases in all existing literature, but found no effective treatment. Yet there must be something we can do, something that no one has yet thought to try. Musamolai may be the answer. We Viera have used this medicinal herb since ancient times. Though potentially poisonous, through refinement, we should be able to suppress the adverse effects. Arntel, pray forgive me my earlier bewilderment. If you do not mind, I would review the situation as it stands. We have been laboring under the assumption that Lofia and his companions have come to Eorzea to further enhance themselves in their pursuit of a forbidden power. To that end, did they seek to procure Musamolai, which they would use in conjunction with the stolen soul crystal. But it wasn't the Musamolai that they wanted. No, what they wanted was the man who wanted it, Master Feldernet. Using the herb as a lead, they went to the Arboretum in anticipation of their quarry's arrival, and failing to find him there, they made their way to Lost Hope. Such is my theory at any rate. What do you make of all this? Lofia and his companions aren't criminals, they're victims. So you think so too. There's something else, Arentel. The rumors I mentioned of a Sharlayan healer who conducted heinous procedures on live subjects. After sharing recent developments with Command, they reopened the investigation and have, to our considerable shock and surprise, confirmed that there appears to be some truth to them after all. The villain went to great lengths to conceal his operation, and thus did he manage to elude the authorities for years. The man's identity is yet to be conclusively ascertained, but we have a suspect, Sage, who disappeared from Sharlayan shortly before the fugitives first appeared. A Sage by the name of Gildivane. Yes, the same Gildivane who took Mahud and Ansel into his care, I expect. If they were victims of his experiments, then they would have every reason to follow him to the ends of the world. While much of this is conjecture, it goes far towards explaining that which we know. So let us proceed on this assumption, and have the truth from the man at the heart of recent incidents, Feldernet. Now, according to the apothecary, 'twas a merchant in Alport who introduced them. If we find this merchant, we may also find Feldernet to Vilbrand. So, this is Alport, one of Vilbrand's foremost trading hubs. How I should like to take in the sights, but that must wait. We have work to do. We must try to find this merchant before Feldernet does. As I recall, the man deals in Thavnerian wares. Let us begin by... Healer! Send for a healer! I'm something of a healer myself. You're a healer? Good. We've got some badly hurt folk just outside, attacked by the looks of it. Can you go and tend to them? Yeah, sure, why not? Might be as whoever did this is still near, so watch yourselves. I'm going to raise the alarm. Just a moment. Come on. Sorry, I'm just fucking chasing something. That's new. Anyway. Where am I going? Uh-oh. Pained sounds. What in the world happened? Pained sounds. We're too late to help the merchant. But Lofia, we can still save him. Yet our early speculation was simply that, speculation. We do not know for certain that what he and his companions seek to accomplish. What we do know, however, is that they took a life in Sharlayan. They are murderers. I know it is not my place to pass judgment, but they took her from me, my mother. He was right. I am a fool. I thought I was strong enough to keep my feelings out of it. Lofia can't tell us anything if he's dead. Yes, we cannot have justice without the truth, for my mother and all others who have suffered, not least of all. Forgive me my indecision, Arentel. Please render Lofia your aid. Gonna hit him with a physis. Wait. What's physis? I'm confident that's a thing. Who can... Is it... Nope, that's Physic. I'm probably just thinking because of Physic. Pain sounds. Are you alright? Mahud and Ansel, where are they? Don't know. They were not here when we arrived, only the merchant. It was too late for him, but our intel was able to save you. Humph. Will you tell us what happened? Who was it that attacked you? Gildyvane, who else? That bastard is still out there because of you, and now... So it is as we suspected. I hate you. You're trash. Aldronet is Gildyvane. Finally ready to accept it, are you? He can change his face and his name, but there's no changing the monster he is. Still masquerading as a kind-hearted healer, a wolf in sheep's clothing who preys upon the vulnerable for his vile experiments. So, you were indeed his test subjects. I'm sorry, had I known, I... Save your apology. It won't bring Mahud and Ansel back. When we confronted Gildyvane, they shielded me from his magic. He must have taken them. I couldn't do anything. For all the power in the sacrifice, I couldn't do a damn thing. What are you talking about? I was born with a disease of the lungs. As I grew, so too did it worsen, until I had but a few moons left to live. It was then that Gildyvane appeared. It appeared before us, before me and my master. With the wisdom of Charlene, he could cure me, he said. Having believed for so long that I never had a chance, I wasn't sure how to feel. But my master was overjoyed, and seeing that joy for the first time, I wanted to live. For him. For me. But we were fooled. In the guise of treatment, Gildyvane subjected me to a dangerous procedure to fortify my aether. I wasn't the only one. There were others. So many others. But one after another, they disappeared, until only a few of us remained. We who survived had been more than cured. We'd been given unnatural powers. I was twice as strong as any man and could channel magics with ease. For all the good it did, I was no match for Gildyvane and his tricks. Worse still, I couldn't protect Mahud and Ansel. If this life is my reward for all the suffering and sacrifice, I'd have been better off dead. Whatever life you have is still a life, and you owe it to the others to make the most of it. Help me, please. I want to save them, but I can't do it alone. I need help, so please. Let's rock and/or roll. I should have listened. Should have been willing to question what I was told, and now, because I wasn't... If Gildyvane went to the trouble of taking Mahud and Ansel, it can only mean one thing. It means to experiment on them again. We can't let that happen. We have to find and save them. Wait, even if we manage to ascertain Gildyvane's whereabouts, the fact remains that the three of you together couldn't overpower him. You cannot expect to fare much better. In all likelihood, he himself is also enhanced. If we are to confront him, we must have a foolproof plan. Do you not agree, Arentel? I've fought gods. Worst case scenario, I can call 7 of my best friends. I can literally summon them on the spot, actually. I have a funny rock. For now, I ask you to return to Idleshire. I will join you there after briefing the Yellow Jackets on the situation. Mind you, I don't want to do that on Seraph. I'll be here all day, but hypothetically. Oh shit, sorry. Please be safe. Nope. Tidings from Command Arentel. They have confirmed that Gildyvane used Musamolai in his procedure. Despite his attempts to destroy all evidence of his crimes, traces of the herb were found in his laboratory. Furthermore, no record exists of a healer named Feldernet. If ever there was any doubt it was a false identity, there is none now. In hindsight, we should have tried to explain everything to you, but we didn't know who to trust. Even if you had attempted to convince me, I doubt I would have listened. I saw what I wanted to see, believed what I needed to believe. Even with the mounting evidence, I wavered whether we should save you. My mother would have been ashamed to see what I'd become. I took up the shield because I wanted to protect all life, just as she did to her dying breath. Your mother was a warrior, like you. She was a healer. The soul crystal you took, it was hers. Then the woman that day was your mother. Gildyvane had already fled Sharlayan. We were attempting to escape when one of our comrades collapsed in pain. Someone chanced to see us, another sage, at Physis Technon. Suspicious, though we must have looked, she rushed to our aid without hesitation, but our companion, he flew into a frenzy and we couldn't stop him. I tried to save her, the gods know I did, but with the last of her strength, she pressed the crystal into my hand. Forgive me. There's naught to forgive. She did what she had always done. What she believed was right. If she had any regrets, it would doubtless be that she couldn't help you sooner. As for the crystal, she clearly wished for you to have it. She must have seen something in you in that moment. 'Tis my hope that you will carry on her legacy and fight for the future of all lives. Future of all lives. I shall dedicate my efforts to locating Gildyvane. Until I do, please continue practicing your skills. Be better to be prepared for when we face him. The Musamolai has arrived. As expected, it is highly effective in strengthening one's aether. But so too does it poison. We must find a way to separate its beneficial constituents, else it cannot be administered for any extended period. We administered a diluted extract of Musamolai after the patient fell unconscious. Though she awakened a few hours later, she was extremely agitated and it took several people to subdue her. We can no longer dismiss the inherent risks in the treatment. We must submit a report to the studium on the dangers of Musamolai if someone else repeats our mistake. The pain has returned, worse than before. The disease eats away at me, and I fear I do not have much time left. Yet there's still much to do, so very much. Whose diary is this? Arentel, you will be pleased to hear that in response to my latest report, my superiors have decided to spare no resources in the hunt for Gildyvane. A remarkable change of policy given how they once considered the rumors to warrant only a cursory investigation before being dismissed. But in any event, with their assistance, it is only a matter of time before we find our man. While we await developments, I ask that you continue honing your skills, the better to contend with Gildyvane when the time comes. I can't stand to be idle. I will join you, if you are not averse. No, not at all. We would welcome it, in fact. Arentel can go no further with my limited knowledge. He would benefit from your guidance, and I dare say you stand to gain from the experience as well. As to how you might train, may I suggest lending a helping hand to the locals. The Dravanian hinterlands are home to many treasure hunters. Theirs is a dangerous line of work, and they often find themselves in trouble. If you speak with their representative, Midnight Dew, she should be able to direct you to her fellows who may require assistance. You are familiar with this Midnight Dew, yes? Lead the way. Go on, lead the way to this Midnight Dew. As I mentioned before, while I've studied Somnatics, I've never had a talent for spellcraft. In contrast, Lofia is capable of wielding sage magics freely, though the potency of his abilities may be attributed to his enhancement. His finesse suggests a natural affinity for the art. He's with you, I take it. So something I can help you with? Oh, you want to help us? Well, it's true enough. Wanting to make quick coin, there's some as bite off more than they can chew. As a matter of fact, a few hunters have yet to return. And I had a mind to go and look for them. Reckon you could take care of it in my stead. Much obliged. Some especially nasty fiends have been out and about of late, and I'm hoping our friends haven't run afoul of them. Friends, I say, but we're more like family, and family looks after family. Aye, that they do. Watch yourselves out there, eh? And thanks again. To think that by subjecting me to the procedure, Gildyvane gave me the ability to wield sage magic, the power to heal and to harm. And I will repay his gift by doing just that. With his death, his victims will finally be able to move on. But those are thoughts for another day. Let us be off and see if we can't find these hunters and any fiends that may be stalking them. Man, can you imagine? They totally should have given this bike a, an action where you do the Akira slide. Aw, man. If only, dude. I guess it wouldn't work because, like, an anime... No, it could totally just do it in the air. Fuck it, who cares? I want to do the Akira slide. That's not good. Pain sounds. The creatures here are unnaturally strong. Could this be Gildyvane's handiwork? We're gonna ignore the part where I hit the wrong button. Thank you. I thought I'd be able to handle the fiends. Oh, how wrong I was. I owe you my life, and you can be sure I'll sing your praises to all who listen. Fare you well. I'm glad we could help her, spare her family the sorrow. Come, let us continue. I don't want to die. He won't last much longer. Quickly, dispatch the fiends. I say no more. A terrible wound. This is no time for training. I'll take care of it. Didn't even use a dual Q-all. Man, no respect. Are you alright? What? I'm alive? How? Was it you? Yes, well, you were in a bad way, and I... Oh, thank you so much. My wife, she's with child, our firstborn. I wanted to earn as much coin as I could to provide for my family. But in my haste, I got reckless, took on jobs that were beyond me. But thanks to you, I still have my life, and my family still have me. No more stupid risks. I won't squander the future you've given us. My thanks again, and the 12 bless you. He's got a lot to live for, doesn't he? You need to know, I used to dream about the future I knew I'd never see. About overcoming my illness, protecting the forest as a wood warder, as is the duty of the Era men. I wanted to repay my people for not giving up on me, my tribe and my master. I allowed myself to hope when I went with Gildivane, until the dream died once and for all in his laboratory, alongside those who were sacrificed in the pursuit of his twisted ambition. For the betterment of mankind, that depraved fiend took everything from me. Since then, I have been bent upon revenge, save that there was no purpose for my sage's power. But since meeting you and Lala, I feel as though I'm beginning to understand why the soul crystal was given to me. The hope that all might live to know a better tomorrow. There's warmth and comfort in that, and a purpose. I won't fall again. Not when my friends, my family need me. Come what may, I will protect them. For that purpose, and no other, I will use my power. This I swear upon the crystal. Soon we must confront Gildivane. If we are to triumph, we must trust each other with our lives. Are you prepared to trust yours to me? Yes, and I'll protect you too. I'm counting on you, so see to it you keep up. Well, I believe that's enough training for one day. Let's head back to Idyllshire. Hopefully Lala's allies have made progress. Please let them be alive. Ah, you're both back. Good. I have news to share regarding the hunt for Gildivane. First of all, we've located the villain. With the aid of a fellow operative, we measured unusual etheric activity in a cave in the Durranian Forelands. This is where he has made his base, and holds Mahud and Ansel. The two are alive, but more than that, we could not ascertain. Hold on, my friends, we're coming to save you. We've also learned more about Gildivane himself, from an acquaintance of his in yesteryear. According to said acquaintance, after graduating from the studium, Gildivane completed further studies in various fields, Somnotics most notably. For his skill and knowledge, he was made a professor of the facility, and it was there that he met his wife, a fellow researcher and talented sage in her own right. Progress? Thank you. But one day she fell gravely ill. Healers of various persuasions attempted to treat her, but her condition deteriorated rapidly, and she passed away not a week later. Gildivane was not the same man after that. Whatever tragedy he has known, I can muster no sympathy for him, nor would you if you had seen the madness in his eyes, heard the malice in his voice. Mark my words, it wasn't for his wife that he mourned, but the loss of a valuable resource. That is all people are to Gildivane. So it seems, whatever reason he may have had, he cannot be permitted to continue his depraved experiments. That being said, we cannot storm his cave just yet. His knowledge of Summonotics makes him a dangerous opponent, and we must be amply prepared. To that end, I have been working on a countermeasure, but it will take a little longer to complete. Meanwhile, I must ask for your patience and your faith. As much as I wish to save Mahud and Ansel, it would be meaningless if we lost anyone in the process, so please, believe in me. Away! Alright, I'll wait. When all is ready, we'll go and rescue Mahud and Ansel. Yes, keep making me say the name that I am very confident I'm butchering. Thank you, I appreciate it. At least I can actually get that out, though, unlike fucking Zensta. Fucking monk bullshit. To my shame, I collapsed while treating the child. I do not recall ever seeing my husband so distressed. Touched though I am, I'd rather that he didn't fuss over me. He knows my prognosis. As sages, it is our duty to fight for the future of all lives. Soon, I will no longer be able to fight this fight. But it is my hope that someone will carry on in my stead. To that end, I, Hashia, will pour myself into this soul crystal. My love, in case this is my last chance, I want you to know that I'm glad I met you. You made me the happiest woman, and even should I be reborn. The rest of the page has been torn away. Soon we will rescue Mahud and Ansel and settle the score with Gildybane. I am going to use the bathroom. I will be back in less than 2 minutes. My apologies for multiple breaks in a 2-hour period, but alas. Who would have thunk that drinking almost 2 liters of water would, you know. Anyway, I shall return. Hello. Nope, wrong scene. I should fix that, man. Alright. Let's go. My apologies for the wait. The countermeasure is ready. As it is quite delicate, however, I will hold on to it until the moment of reckoning. Good. Let us make for Gildyvane's lair at once. Has there been further word on Mahud and Ansel? My fellow operatives report that your friends are still alive, and together, we will ensure that they remain so. Thank you, thank you. Though, to me, they are more than just friends, they are family. Our destination lies in the northeast of the Durranian Forelands, where the Sum All foothills meet the 100 Throws. The cave entrance is just west of the springs. Understood. I'll go on ahead and scout out the area. Hey, look! It's painted foothills. We didn't even have to a DC to hear it. Isn't that great? Imagine. DC's coming now. I can feel it. I just called it. I'm fucking manifesting a DDoS. Help. Oh, shit. Flew over it. My bad. Let's roll. This is Arantel, Guilty Veins lair. Remember, our chief concern is Mahud and Ansel's safety. As for the countermeasure, 'tis a set of garments imbued with a special enchantment to shield you from Guilty Van's influence. Should the worst come to worst, it will keep you safe, in our hopes, alive. As I mentioned, they are rather delicate, but I guarantee that they will last you this one battle. When you are ready to sally forth, I will have you change into them. No, I don't want to be clamored. So, are you ready, Arantel? Only if you give me a hard mode. Mahud, Ansel. Pained sounds, more pained sounds. What have you done to them, you bastard? My, such anger, when you should instead feel joy for your friends. They have the opportunity to contribute to mankind's future. For the frailty of our flesh, so much knowledge and skill and experience are forever lost, an uncontrollable and unacceptable waste. A lasting solution to the problem will not come without additional sacrifice. 'Tis unavoidable, but you, my friend, you are an invaluable living specimen, and I give thanks for the opportunity to study you further. You monster, how many lives have been lost and torn apart at your twisted whims? You play the part of the indignant moralist well. Pity, as a fellow Sharlayan, I held out hope that you, at least, would come to appreciate my vision. Alas, you are as short-sighted as the rest. But no matter, you can yet serve a purpose as a benchmark for my progress. Oh yes, all the elements are present for a test of strength. Mahud, Ansel, kill these self-righteous fools. Mods! Kill this man! What? Hold on, my friends, we'll save you. It should be possible to break Guilty Veins' control. We just need to find an opening. As for you, I would thank you to never call me a fellow Sharlayan. It sickens me to think that you are a compatriot. My, the animosity is fairly palpable. I had best make myself scarce. That's a neat effect. At least they didn't fuck with my color scheme. I will take that W. The sage armor is really good, though. Let us begin with you, Ansel. Damn it, they're not in their right minds. I mean, I'll try and thrash them gently. I don't know, man. Then we have no choice but to subdue them. Try to take it for Cardia or Cardian. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I mean, I did that intentionally because of the array glide, yes. Oh, I didn't see that one. Wake up, Ansel, please. To attack with such reckless abandon, their bodies and minds must be on the verge of breaking. That will do, that will do. Mahud, your turn. Four elements. You use some kind of red mage? So this is your limit? Yet another disappointment. Perhaps you can take one of these meddlers with you to the grave. Stay with me, my friends. We'll free you yet. Nope, that's not what. Got in it. I don't play Sage much. Can you tell? Or more so, I haven't played it in a while. I actually quite like Sage. Sage is my second favorite healer. Astrologine is in there somewhere. White Mage is my least favorite, but you know, forgive me. I didn't want to hurt you. Huh. It would seem you possess a heightened affinity for the Sage's art. That I should be blessed with such fine specimens for my research. We must see what else you can do. Yes, we must. Can I drop a phlegma on him, please? Watch out! Hey, it's my turn to return the favor. What? Now we're even. I won't fall, not again. Through all the suffering and sacrifice, I'm still here. I'm still alive. And so long as I live, I refuse to let anyone else die on me. What say you, Mahud, Ansel? As if you needed to ask. Where you go, we follow. You know this. I believe in you I believe in you too, Lofia. In you and Arantel both. Gildybane, you wanted to see what else we could do, right? Then come and find out. Maniacal laughing. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous. Do not hold back, my dear subjects, for neither shall I. For the betterment of mankind, let us transcend the power to transcend the limits of our flesh together. A test of your reflexes. Wow. Yes, yes, just so. Gildybane of the Tainted Edge. Man's frail flesh is his greatest flaw. If we are to evolve, we must break free of its confines. Charlian will suffer your villainy no more. It's just, yeah. Oh, you're quite injured. Do I have? I do. I'm gonna use it. Ooh, shit, she's gone fucking die. People are not your playthings, you fiend. Big cone? Big cone. Raid wide. Fucking called it. Raid wide, but buy another name. Oh god, not the spell. Oof. Damn it, he's taking control of their minds again. It seems our two sages have protection, intrinsic and extrinsic respectively. Curiouser and Curiouser. Not good. At this rate, the minds will be irreparably damaged. Magic is derived from Summon Alex. If we destroy his Neoliths, we can break his hold. Two quarter by half. If you need, it'll be quick, or else your comrades' brains will melt inside their skulls. Yes, we did it. Are you all right, my friends? I think so. Thank you. The successor is proving himself quite a nuisance, Asia. But unique as he is most definitely worth the trouble. Laugh what you can. You won't be doing so much longer. This bodes ill. We must finish him quickly. Uh-oh. Ow. Oh. Ellipses. What are we waiting for? Let's kill him and have done with it. No, Ansel. It should be Lofia's decision. This power that I have, born of untold sacrifice, swore that I would use it only to protect life, not take it. Gildevain will face justice back in his homeland, where he committed his most heinous crimes. I'm sorry, my friends. Lala, this crystal was your mother's, and it rightfully belongs to you. It's already where it belongs. Through your deeds, bring honor to my mother's memory. I will strive to do the same with my trusty sword and shield. With your blessing, I hereby take Gildevain into custody. He will be transported back to Sharlayan, where he will be tried by the Forum. While I tend to the necessary arrangements, you should return to Idyllshire and have a rest, and will join you anon. This mercy is more than you deserve, but you will answer for your crimes, every last one. Marvelous, absolutely marvelous. Do you not agree, Haeshia, dearest? When I set out from Sharlayan, I wanted to reclaim my mother's soul crystal. Wanted it as a memento to remember her by. And I've come to realize that there is no better way to remember her than by the legacy of her deeds in life. She was the gentlest and noblest of women, one who never flinched in the face of danger when someone was in need of succor. And I will endeavor to do honor to that legacy by raising to the defense of those in need of protection. This includes Lofia and his friends, so in case you worry for them, don't. You should return to Idyllshire as well. Gods know you deserve a rest too. Please, go on back to Idyllshire. I will follow anon. There we go. I beg your fucking pardon? We have a chance to see our mother again, and we owe it to you. For revenge, we were prepared to die, but now we have a reason to live. You took your time. Let me guess. You were talking with your superiors and making arrangements to send us back to Sharlayan as well. I have no affiliation with Sharlayan. Sort of? No, I don't think you're even an honorary member of the students of Baldesion, so like... Yeah, I have no affiliation with Sharlayan actually at all. We had a long and difficult conversation, I must confess. Though they were pleased that Gildyvane would be returning to Sharlayan, alive no less, they were deeply disappointed to hear that the fugitives escaped, and that, despite my best efforts, I could not pick up their trail again. Though I don't exactly mistrust the Forum, I do have reason to believe that they knew more about Gildyvane's activities than they let on. Perhaps they were hoping for a resolution that would see the sordid details of his experiments brought to light. But now that it's all going to be out in the open and your innocence has been made plain, my supervisors will no longer think to pursue you. You are free to begin anew, which is the very least you deserve after all you have suffered. Well now, you're surprisingly reasonable for a mull-headed Sharlayan. I beg your pardon, a simple thank you would have sufficed. I never asked for my powers, but fate has decreed that I have them. I will use them as they were intended and fight for the future of all lives. I'll also seek a cure for the procedure's side effects. And when I succeed, my friends will finally be able to return home, safe in the knowledge that they won't lose control again. We can't thank you enough for coming to our aid. If it weren't for you, we would have been dead or worse. We'd all given up on ourselves and lived only for revenge, but you've given us a second chance, and we won't waste it. We'll aid Lofia in his research, of course, and it'll be as much for his sake as ours. For all his bravado, he can't stand to be alone. What? We thought that the men prefer solitude, but not our Lofia. Deep down, he's a lonely little boy. Family indeed. As a little girl, I regarded the sages of Eld with awe. In the tales, all were stern and nigh mythical figures, untouchable in their virtues and ideals. But the more I think on it, the more I am convinced that these legends cannot have been so unlike us. No, they were ordinary folk who bore great love for friends and family, and that love extended to all life. Now more than ever, I see this love in my dear departed mother, and though I still have much and more to learn, ever will I endeavor to do her proud. Thank you, Arntel. I couldn't have learned these lessons or accomplished my mission without you. As our work is done, our time together is over, but I shall linger in Eorzea a while and hope to see more of you and hear your tales. Bum, 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 bum. Oh no, that's not quests. Anyway. Oh, 'tis you, Arntel. I recently had the pleasure of meeting my alumna Alisaie, who told me about all your exploits. Suffice it to say, I was shocked to learn that I had a storied hero assisting me on my maiden mission. All is well, thanks to you and your invaluable aid. Gildyvane has been sent back to Sharlayan, where he will be tried by the Forum, and I've no doubt but that he will get his just desserts. Meanwhile, I will stay in Eorzea for a time to broaden my horizons, with a view to eventually train as a healer like my mother. And when I set out on that path, I shall have to ask you for some advice on spellcraft. As for Lofia and his fellows, they still seek a cure for the procedure's side effects. You might run into them at the hard place when not hard at work. They sometimes take a moment to relax, a moment there to relax and unwind. Lofia is down after a few tankards, while Mahud tosses them back as if it were water. Ansel tends to lose a little too much inhibition and occasionally has to be restrained by the proprietor. In other words, they are like any other group of young folk, and it warms my heart to see this. By your asking this, I assume you have also read the Diary to the End. I have dispelled the obfuscation enchantment in its entirety, There are no further entries. Judging from the contents, it belonged to Gillivane's wife, but where the handwriting changes, it would appear he took over. Okay, I missed a few entries then. I, of course, have other thoughts on the matter, but I am not yet sure how to put them into words. For now, however, I will say this. I'm glad that it was you who inherited Tayshia's legacy. Quite glad. Gone, gone, gone. To dust and dirt. A future cut short for no reason, but that her body failed her. But the child lives. She may still serve a purpose. I've acquired a subject with a tolerance for Musamolai, Viera, who has taken the herb from childhood. Should I finally put the cavalcade of failures behind me and succeed, it will be a great step forward for all mankind. The Jinjala woman continues to sniff around. Too curious by half. I shall have to find a more private place to continue my work, and if she persists, well, it will be on her own head. Who should I meet today but an adventurer who has the soul crystal? I would be lying if I were to say I wasn't as disappointed that you chose a vagabond over me, but no matter. I will continue my work, and I pray, my love, that one day you will forgive the man I've had to become. Very interesting. Anyway, and you know what? I'm pretty sure the hard place is... right? It is. Can I find them in here, or is it just a random chance? Well, I don't see them, so I'm guessing it's only a random chance, and they're sometimes here, and often not. Okay. I feel like I have seen them in here before. At any rate, that will... What do you sell? Oh, this is how you get... I see. Alright. That will conclude the Sage quests. They are pretty okay. No notes, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm satisfied. I guess. I don't feel inspired to say much else. I fear. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I guess, is up to interpretation. Yeah, I really like. I'm like trying to dig for any like lore implications, but like, I guess it paints the forum as being a little more gray, but by the nature of the forum, it makes sense for them to be kind of gray. It's just a bunch of people who got voted in, so it's like, yeah, of course some of them are gonna be assholes. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here. There is actually no chance I'll be live tomorrow, genuinely. But when next I stream, possibly Tuesday, but I would probably be doing streaming either Viper or Pictomancer, as I have only recently realized they're not on my list. And I would very much like to see what those job quests have in store. At some point in eventuality, I would like... I can't speak to when, but I do think I'll be doing the Endwalker role quests before I do all of the remaining job quests. I have like 6 left to get through, and some of those 6 are going to take me like 2 or 3 streams to get through. Like Dancer, I can probably get done in 1 stream. You know, fuck it. Viper and Pictomancer can probably each be done in their own stream. But like, Dragoon is going to take a minimum of 2 streams, possibly 3 streams. Samurai is probably going to take 2 streams. Bard's going to take at least 2 streams, possibly up to 3 streams. Black Mage is going to take 2 to 3 streams. Sienna, I got a lot ahead of me. Astrologian will probably take 2 streams. But Machinist will probably take... What the fuck was that? What the fuck is that? Sorry, I said a fucking toothpick landed on my shoe. But anyway, we'll see. The future is an unknown thing to me. But I want to thank anyone for stopping by who did. I really appreciate anyone who gives me the time of day. And until I stream again, have a good one all.